Hey, what's up everyone out there? Welcome back to the channel. Chill Scissors here. We're back at it again with yet another pickups video for you guys. And I know it's been quite a while, but every time I, get a good stride in my career outside of YouTube, then, I get thrown a curveball. So took on a new position, promotion opportunity for me. So again, moving up the chain, but also opening up a whole new, stuff I gotta learn, stuff I gotta, how that lingo goes. But hopefully things have calmed down and settled down to get a good stride so I can get out and spend some more time with you guys, the YouTube family. I missed you guys. I miss making content. It's part of who I am. I love doing it. But without further ado, if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button if you're new to the community. If you like this video, make sure you hit that like button so hard it turns blue. Help boost me up the YouTube algorithm and reach out to fellow game enthusiasts and collectors just like you. Without further ado, let's get into the pickups. All right, like I said, it's been quite some time, so we got a large variety of different items I've been able to get out and go into the wild and hunt for. Some items that I really don't typically go for, so very exciting stuff. This first item is going to be a GameStop pickup, right? I hardly ever go to GameStop unless I'm using my coupon for my pro membership, which is a good deal if you use it correctly. Or secondly, if they have a collector's edition or something exclusive to them, then I will definitely give them my services. But this first one is an original PlayStation. I know GameStop, right? They have made the corporate decision to start carrying more retro games. So this first one I picked up on the cheap, which is Twisted Metal 3. Love this gaming franchise. I didn't have this one personally when I was a kid. However, a large amount of memories come from this game whenever I was going over to a friend's house that was a PlayStation side. I was always on the GameCube and the OG Xbox side, and my buddy, he had the PlayStation covered. My brothers at one point in time did actually have an OG PlayStation. I remember them playing the original Resident Evil on, but I was so young that was something that I wasn't allowed to mess with. That was their console, that they had saved up their money for and played with, and they didn't want little old Chill Scissors to come in and wreck their new console or wreck their save or whatever. So completely understandable. So awesome to add and find a retro game in GameStop. But Twisted Metal 3, I've played quite a bit of it since I've purchased it, and I'm loving every second of it. It is such an awesome franchise, one that it would be cool to see either remastered or revitalized or remade versions of this. Even a new from the ground up new Twisted Metal would be pretty cool. I know that they made one in the newer gaming consoles. I believe the PlayStation 3 had one, and then that's the extent of my knowledge on that franchise. I just remember in like the OGs, in that same lot of a couple of them that they had, this one was in there as well. So I went ahead and pulled the trigger on it. Don't know much about it, but I got it on a super good deal. But this is Bushido Blade for the OG PlayStation. Again, this one I don't really know much about. One of the most usual and exploratory fighting games ever. So it describes itself as a fighting game. So I'm assuming plunge into real world battles across vast 3D environments. Okay, so it actually has a 3D environment area. So I don't know. This one could be. I haven't tried it out. Made by Squaresoft. So I don't know. Let me in the comments say if this one is a good. But it was so affordable, and it piqued my interest coming off of the high of 100%ing Ghost of Tsushima. Then I saw this one, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna pull the trigger on this one, because again, it was super cheap for for what it normally goes for. I think it normally goes for like $35-$45 online. I got it for like $10, so added that one to the collection for sure. For that value, it is definitely worth a pickup. This next one is one that we had picked up at our local game exchange. This one is a near and dear franchise, and I don't know, I've been picking up a lot more Nintendo DS games here lately. It is one of my smallest collections. I typically only pick up what I want for the collection, rather than going for absolutely everything. But this is Mega Man ZX for the Nintendo DS. $12, complete. Boom. Really cool case art. You know, it's one of those that you could definitely use up on the display. I know this one doesn't go for much more than that, maybe $20-$25. I could be off on that, but I know $12 complete was a good deal. It's a Capcom game, right? So Capcom is one of my most cherished game franchises, so another Capcom game added to the collection. Included in that same group, we also picked up Mega Man ZX Advent. Say that right? Yeah, Mega Man ZX Advent. They had a large selection. This one was the same price, $12 complete. But whenever I went in there, the guy was selling off his entire Mega Man collection. So there were several others there, but they wanted a lot more for the other ones. But if I could pick these two up, you know, for $12 each, it's not bad. And I can definitely play through these. I love the Mega Man series. Like I said, one series that me and my wife just absolutely can't get enough of, and I wish that Nintendo would do more with, is the Mario Party scene. I know that they came out with the Mario Party Superstars, and so I believe that there's been 2 of them on the Nintendo Switch, but I do wish that they would come out with more and more frequently, because it's just one that me and my wife, like I said, just can't get enough of. We burn through them, unlock absolutely everything, unlock all the levels, play all the characters, just have a blast with these. But I came across one that I didn't know that actually existed, which was pretty cool. This is Mario Party DS, another DS game added to the collection. The game is actually in my console right now, so we've been actually playing this one. But Mario Party DS. So this one takes advantage of the DS capabilities using the stylus, things of that nature. This one does have the wireless DS single card download play option to play for the multiplayer. 70 mini games, lots of fun to be had. So I came across this one, so I had to pull the trigger again on the cheap. I think I actually got this one for under $10. Pretty cool stuff. So Mario Party DS. This next one is an oddity, and I'll probably make future content on, and it just piqued my interest. I love oddities. I love the strange and unusual, uncommon stuff. This one, I wouldn't really call it uncommon. It was my first time coming across it. Every time I go into a game store for the past forever, I always make a tour to the GameCube section. First time coming across it, so I guess it could be, in my eyes, in the category of a rare item, but I don't particularly think so. But it is Ultimate Codes, The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. Boom. Such a strange thing. One, cheat codes involving a Nintendo mainstream game, but one that promises to give you from the gate in The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. And I believe this actually works for the Ocarina of Time for GameCube as well. But 999 rubies, have the Master Sword and Mirror Shield from the start, infinite magic, infinite health. Obviously, with this, OP abilities. It'll completely just wreck, the game's mechanics on the way it's supposed to work. But it would just be an interesting scenario to have the Master Sword and the Mirror Shield straight from the get-go in The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. And again, I believe this actually works for the Ocarina of Time as well. So I don't know if this still works. I don't know if it ever worked. I know this company, the Action Replay, back in the day, I remember using Game Shark, if you guys remember Game Shark. But I don't know. Let me know in the comments below if you've tried these. Do they work? I don't know. I would like to make a video on it just to test the waters to see if we can get this bad boy to work, some years later. It's no stretch of the truth on the Chill Scissors channel that I am a huge advocate for the PSVR and now the PSVR 2. So I've been playing a ton of those games. Unfortunately, most of those are digital only. I know it sucks, and we're going towards that direction on some platforms, and PSVR 2 is one of those consoles where they're more prone to come out with a digital copy versus an actual physical copy. But for the original PSVR, which I still play and is still worth playing today, 2024, we're looking at some PSVR 2, PSVR games that came out and are just absolutely a blast to play. Specifically, I love survival horror PSVR games, and this one I came across, never seen it before. If I come across a PSVR physical game that I don't have in my collection, I'll pick it up if it's on the cheap. But this one's called The Persistence. Don't know much about it. Looking over the back of it and kind of reading the description, it kind of gives you a survival horror guide. Survival horror vibes. So I came across this one. I think I paid $16 for it. But again, I'm not going for a complete, but I do pick these up for the collection because I just love, seeing that little emblem on the outside and having those all lined up. Not only that, I really enjoy the PSVR. So I came across that one on the cheaper. This next one I actually purchased because it has a free PSVR 2 upgrade, and I wanted to experience it for myself. First time jumping into No Man's Sky. This one has been an absolute treat. It has quite a bit of a learning curve if you've never played it before, as I went into it completely blind, just heard some good things about the PSVR 2 aspect of it, and it completely revolutionizes the ability to go from planet to planet. True exploration, unlike Starfield, where there's fast traveling out the wazoo. It takes you out of the immersion. This one is absolutely unadulterated the way Starfield should have played. Being able to legit pop in a ship and not have a pre-rendered area, like the cities and stuff that you can kind of sandbox, but to the extent that you can actually drop in and walk from one end of the planet to the other, be able to jump in your ship and see a planet off in the distance or a star cluster and fully fly there remotely, explore it, land your ship wherever you want, build a base, even have your friends jump in. So to me, with a company as big as Bethesda doing what they did for Starfield, really just put a damper on what I've been excited for so many years. So honestly, the letdown of Starfield pushed me in this general direction because I knew that would be a fun way or a fun adventure, being able to explore the galaxy, right? And this one does it in such a way for PSVR 2 or PSVR that is so amazing. Being able to get into your ship, fully immersed, looking at your cluster or your instrument clusters in your ship that are fully functional, being able to build a base and see it from perspective of actually being there inside, getting to walk up to these creatures, which there are pretty much infinite amounts of creatures to experience and things of that nature. It does get a bit redundant, or like a lot of times whenever you're on those long playthroughs, it does seem a bit, if you're not playing in multiplayer, a bit lonely, a bit but that's what space is supposed to be, right? There's not supposed to be, you know, an abundance of life forces out in the galaxies, right? So, but with that said, absolutely love it, been enjoying it, and this is how you do space travel in a space game. Sorry, Starfield, but yeah, we're going all the way No Man's Sky. So much more fun. This next one is a PSVR game for the PlayStation 4. We're looking at Wolfenstein Cyber Pilot. I believe that this one is a mech game, so I have not yet played this one. You can see what I paid for it, $16.99. Got both of them for $16, so I thought that was a fair deal for what I was getting. And again, I gotta pick these up whenever I come across them. For the PSVR, I definitely collect the PSVR physical media, because a lot of these hopefully and currently have been transitioned for a free upgrade from PSVR to PSVR 2. So we'll be checking that one out. It would be really cool to see the cockpit aspect of the mech sim from that perspective. I think would be very, very cool. We've talked about this on the channel before. PlayStation just has, it's where the tech is at, right? You would think Microsoft, being the mega, you know, corporation that they are, that they would come out with a lot more items, accessories, expansions, and stuff that you can do with the Xbox Series X. But there's been very little to no accessories that come out of those than the stray, you know, Pro controller or Elite controller that they come out with. And they're cool and they're fine, but nothing that hasn't been done before. But over here on the PlayStation side, we got, you know, the PlayStation Portal. We have ways to expand your internal storage. You have customizable plates that are interchangeable. You know, we have the PSVR, PSVR 2, we have the iToy. Like, Sony is very ingenuitive of what they can do. Like, I don't know, in the past few generations, like, you look at Xbox, they came out with a Kinect, which was cool for a couple playthroughs, and then it was pretty much type of thing. And they came out, you know, with the consoles at some point. They came out with a Kinect and stuff like that. That was pretty ingenuitive, but so as far as that goes, it pretty much caps there. But in any case, we had picked up an upgrade for our streaming and for our gaming. So we picked up a sealed, this is the PlayStation HD camera. I will put in a brief disclaimer. If you're currently interested in this product and you already have the PlayStation 4 PSVR camera, then it's the exact same thing. I did a side-by-side comparison myself, and it does not help with chroma key. It does not help with anything really. Only thing that you get an added benefit of this one is you can just plug it straight up to the back of your PlayStation 5. But with a free adapter, at one point Sony was per their website sending out free adapters for the PSVR camera adapter. That way you can plug it up straight to the back of your console. But beyond that, it really isn't worth it if you already have that camera. If you want a camera, because Sony is very particular on what will work on their actual console whenever it comes to cameras, then this one would be a good option if you don't already have the PSVR camera. But again, brief disclaimer, if you already have the PS camera and you think PSVR camera and you're thinking about this being an upgrade, not so much. Just stick with what you got. Use that because this one looks really cool. I like tech. I like reviewing tech. I like exploring and experiencing the tech for myself. This one captures 1080p capture, background removal tool. Not as good as advertised. Built-in stand. It looks really cool. It matches and the energy for the PlayStation 5, but overall, not really worth it unless you must have a webcam for your PlayStation 5 for streaming purposes type of thing. But all right, that is the video, ladies and gents. Lots of oddities, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 1, some Nintendo goodiness in there. So a mixed bag, as it were. But thank you for being patient with us as we've taken a bit of a rapport, a little bit of a break to get our bearings in the new position and new role. I hope to have some time on my docket to put out a lot more content. I want to be putting out a lot more collaborations, some live streams, just spending more time. I miss you. I miss my YouTube fam, my YouTube community. So we're back at it again. And thank you if you've made it this far in the video. And I'll catch you in the next video very soon. See you later, dudes. Peace.